Welcome back, gods and goddesses, to the Gifted Goddess channel, where I channel my gifts in a multitude of ways. And I encourage you to not only seek your gifts, but to find meaningful ways to employ them for the collective advantage as well. So, whether I'm channeling through movies, songs, cars, or just good old energy, right? Chi. Okay, something about chi is significant. Someone could be, I'm hearing Asiatic descent. Wow, that is I'm hearing colloquial term. Okay, if we don't do anything else collective, we're going to have a few vocabulary words, won't we? Because it wouldn't be class without it. So, class, are you ready? Eyes forward, notebooks open, pencils ready. Are you ready to take some notes, honey? Welcome, welcome, welcome back to class with me, your favorite teacher. I am so happy to channel these messages for you guys. Thank you for tuning in and tapping in. If you're returning, thank you for returning. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I always like to start with welcoming you with the highest love and light vibrations. So I'm sending that good energy your way. I'm hearing coming your way soon. Okay, so today is January 6th. It is 5:17 p.m. Something about 5:11 could be significant or 12:10. Okay, I'm not going to call out zodiacs simply because there's numbers everywhere. Okay, I am seeing a lot of 12, so this could pertain to. See, I'm hearing Capricorn season, Scorpio season. So something between November and now, okay, is significant or something, someone in Scorpio energy, Scorpionic energy, yeah. Crustaceans are significant. Seafood could be significant. You could be eating or cooking or planning to have seafood here shortly. I'm hearing recently someone has seafood, something about seafood, or the sea is significant. Let's get into the things collective. If you know me, the channels will buzz through at any given moment. Let's sip some tea while we're at it. Even though I'm even though I'm off camera, I might pull a tea bag for you guys. So let me get through this so it's not too long, okay? Something about the six is significant. Someone has a sixth sense, okay? If you're here, you're definitely in the magical class. You're on the magic school bus, here with your favorite teacher, and you definitely have a few extra senses, right? So if you I'm getting you've tapped into these senses, okay? And you are speaking about them, or you're just getting more clear understanding of what they are, what that entails for you, and what you're intended to do with them, okay? Be looking for your gifted classes soon, okay? I'm working on a few of the things, okay? So we can understand these things better. During my journey, I always would get, I don't like to use the word hate. I would always get frustrated with people who would say, oh, just tap in, do the work, tap in. Well, what the hell does that mean, collective? We're going to get into all of that down to the gifted class, okay? So be looking for those special announcements, okay? Coming to you soon, okay? But let's get into this energy. 411, as I say that. Something about messages are significant. You could be receiving divine messages at this time, or I am your divine messenger. You're welcome. You're welcome. No applause needed. No pictures. No pictures. What was that on? There was a movie, and there was like a famous woman, and she was just like, no pictures, no pictures. But she was like, I don't know, like oozing with, I'm hearing wealth. Okay. Something about someone's mother is significant in this energy. Therapist is also popping up on my screen. Let's get into this energy collective. If you don't know, I'm going to tell you. When you are a seer, reader, medium, teacher, healer, whatever you are, right? Sometimes you receive messages in the most peculiar ways, in the most peculiar places, So sometimes, even if you're out with your family, out to dinner, whatever have you, you will receive messages. So I have the pleasure of receiving messages while I'm out. So I have messages everywhere for you guys. Okay, so we are locked and loaded for the year of 2026 with messages. Okay, trust me, I could record all day, every day, and we would have messages to the end of the year. Okay. So something about that is significant. I'm getting overwhelmed or over flooded with messages. Okay. Take it a day at a time, journal those messages out. Get the download journal linked below on Amazon. I made it specifically for people on this path, on this journey. Okay, get your supplies for class collective. Okay, I'm gonna need you to come to class prepared. Okay, so get the download journal if you're experiencing downloads because it'll help you document them in a more detail oriented fashion so you can decipher and decode them as need be, whether for yourself, a collective of your own, perhaps this is for family. But what I'm getting is you're not picking up the messages clearly. This is definitely significant because I keep being called back to this. You're not receiving the messages clearly, or you're not decoding them and deciphering them clearly because you're not writing them out. Okay, writing them out, one, brings them out of I'm hearing aerial space. Okay, so when you receive a download, it comes from the Most High, right? That is air. So air signs can be significant. Okay, then it comes, I'm hearing fire, water, earth, all signs are significant. Okay, what happens is you bring it down from a mental space into the physical by putting action to it, which is fire, right? And then I'm hearing speaking, say it, feel it, okay. But then you bring it into fruition. You actually ground it, ground those emotions being water, grounding them into the physical earth, right? So you kind of go through all those phases, right? You can look at it that way, okay? Yeah, that's just letting me know something else for myself too. That's funny. How that came through. So you need to take it from a mental space and put it in a physical space so you can see it in front of you. One, it makes it more real and it's not all conjumbled and I'm hearing coagulated in your head. Ooh, coagulated. Okay. Now y'all know I was a funeral director in a past life or a past timeline. You decide whichever one you like. Okay, but something about blood is significant. Bloodlines are significant, okay? Definitely has to do with family and this energy, of course. Detach where you feel need be, but write down these downloads. You're receiving messages about your family, specifically someone, okay? Perhaps you are meant to be, I'm hearing the medium for them all, okay? Or I'm hearing Warner, okay? Warner Brothers could be significant. Somebody's last name could be Warner, but the person intended to warn them when things are coming. So that's another gift. Like I said, we'll get into the things when we go to gifted class, okay? Because somebody's receiving messages about death warnings, okay? Very significant. Okay, let's get into this energy. If you feel so inclined, check out my other journals I have available. So the download journal is for downloads. It has prompts to help you remember. The heart work journal helps you do the work on the heart space, the heart chakra, okay? I was drawn to, I was inclined to make a journal specifically for doing heart work, okay? I saw a lot of journals out there for shadow work, nothing addressing the heart work, the emotional blockages, okay? So while shadow work touches on some of the heart work that we need to do with emotions, I was guided to make a journal specifically for the emotions, okay? Because what I understand is emotions as an empath, okay? That's what I do get. So Tap into that if you need to. Something about tapping in is significant, okay? An alert, as I said, that you can be receiving notifications at this time, okay? In the Heart Work Journal, it's full of prompts to guide you to, it is full of prompts to help guide you through unblocking those emotional blockages in the heart space, okay? Those emotional things that you try to cover up, act like they don't matter or they don't affect you, okay? Some things you may have forgot about that are affecting you and your behavior to this day. Something about behavior is significant. You're the one breaking the ill patterns of the ill behavior patterns of your family. I'm hearing of society as well, okay? So you definitely could be a light worker, okay? Vanilla scents are significant. Oh, you could be the vanilla one in the family, okay? The one I'm hearing pure, but I don't really like to say pure vanilla, but what I'm getting is you are the one that kind of follows rules. You kind of hold yourself to a certain code of conduct, okay? So that's significant, okay? This channeling was all about mindless behavior. Again, I'm seeing 12s again. Something about 12 is significant, okay? And we know in the culture, 12 is the cops, okay? So just throwing that out there, catch what you can. Okay, okay, okay. Someone could like baseball. Someone's hitting a home run with their six senses, with your gifts. So you're really tapping in. Mindless behavior is significant, okay? That's a group. We'll get into that later, I'm sure. Jonathan can be significant. Hi, Jonathan. How are you? Or someone in your family's name can be Jonathan. Something about this has to do with Jonathan. Jonathan also gives me luxury vibes. It gives me Cynthia, Angelica, the little Rugrats, the mom. Remember, her assistant's name was Jonathan. And when I was younger, you couldn't tell me I wasn't going to have an assistant named Jonathan, honey, on the phone, handling business, doing the things. Okay, she was my role model because if you didn't aspire to be Angelica's mom, I don't even remember her name. What were you really doing in your childhood? I don't know. Somebody tell me. Okay, Massachusetts is significant. Bad boy is significant. So you can have a bad boy or bad girl in your energy. I'm a bad boy. I'm also hearing bad boys, bad boy 12. What did I say? The police. Okay, so this is someone who's actually employed as an officer or someone who is trying to police you and your energy. Perhaps someone in this family dynamic or the family dynamic is trying to police you. I got sprinkles. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so you could like Shira. Someone's name could be Shira. Someone's name could be Sharon. Yeah, I'm seeing Ed Sharon in my mind's eye. So that could be someone's name, Ed or Sharon. Sharon, like the woman name. SH is significant. Somebody needs to shh, cállate la boca. So you can hear the words more clearly, okay? Sprinkles also give me like you're the sprinkle of fairy dust in the energy, right? Like you are multifaceted, you're colorful. Okay, you have a multitude of gifts and things going on. When I heard Tyler Perry describe himself as a multi hyphenate, baby, that was another goal I aspired to, okay? Yeah, what I didn't realize was I was already that. So, collective, are we stepping into our power? Are we realizing that what we aspire to do, we're kind of already that or halfway there? Or just recognizing that we've always meant to be that? You're recognizing what you want. On this path of ascension, you kind of undo those layers of who you're taught to be and step into who you're meant to become. So, if this channel or this message found you specifically, I trust that you're on that path to ascension. Welcome. I am glad to be a lamppost, a light, a highlight on that journey. Okay, highlights could be significant. At this time, red highlights could be significant. Somebody definitely has red hair in this energy, whether natural or dyed. I'm getting dyed though, okay? But yeah, you were the sprinkles on top of this situation, whatever this situation is, or somebody's always trying to add their 2 cents. With Shira, okay, somebody definitely is a gossiper. Somebody always got something to say. You know, sprinkles is added on to the top. It's not really necessary, right? And not everybody likes sprinkles. I don't. Hmm. Anywho, moving right along, a therapist is significant. You could be a therapist. Someone in this energy could need a therapist. I'm hearing you'll need a therapist after dealing with all this mess. Good lordy. So if that's true, look into your insurance collective. Insurances are significant, but see what your insurance offers. Okay, some insurances offer, therapy free through the insurance. Some jobs offer EAP. That could be significant for someone, or someone can work in the mental health field already. Okay, what I'm getting is someone is already embodying this therapist energy. You're the therapist of the group or family. Okay, kind of this. I'm hearing therapeutic warner. Okay, I'm also seeing a warmer, like a scented house warmer thing, okay? Candles can be significant, but you are the warmth in this family dynamic, this group dynamic. You're like the therapist for everybody, and they actually need to seek actual therapy instead of draining your energy. Therapists get paid well, honey. I need you to know that. So you giving out your services for free? I'm gonna need you to reconsider. Step into that power. Step into your purpose. Perhaps you're being called to be a therapist, life coach, etc. Okay, to use those gifts. Somebody is an empath. Okay, and you naturally feel people's energy, or you can easily relate to how people feel. Therapist vibes, right? So perhaps that's something you need to look into. Okay, you're welcome. um I just keep hearing thank you, no pictures, no picture. Like somebody's getting their flowers, somebody's being recognized for all that they do or have done within this dynamic. Okay, you've been freestyling. Somebody's been freestyling in this energy, whether you or another person. Somebody can actually write or rap. I'm hearing rhyme. Okay, but freestyle is significant. You have your own style of healing, right? You have worked on your own styles through your ascension on how you heal, how you cope, how you therapize thyself, right? Is that a word? But how you heal yourself, how you work on your own issues. Just like I said, I had to go through my healing journey. And, I came up with things for not only myself, but the collective as well to do the hard work. Okay, so instead of just telling you to do the work, I gave you an actual guide. Okay, so you could be a spirit guide, or you're connecting more with your spirit guides, your spirit team, angels, ancestors, that type of thing. The Most High, of course, in this process of ascension. Okay, so definitely in the midst of your ascension, okay? We'll be getting into the details of the ascension of things, okay? So look for that coming as well, okay? But you definitely have your own style and you do what works for you. And that's why it works, because it's handcrafted and tailored for you. That's why you're so effective in what you do. So understand that your gifts are your gifts. You're meant to do certain things and go about it a certain way. It's not going to look right to everybody, but that is none of your business, collective. Other people's opinions are quite literally none of your business. Okay, so just mind the business that pays you. Quite literally, get on the phone with Jonathan and worry about your assistant. Tell them to have their people call your people. Okay, collective? I'm getting someone stepping into that energy, assistants. I'm hearing managers, luxury, wealth. I channeled opulence earlier. Okay, so yeah, someone's tapping into their upper echelon timeline. Okay, look into the things, the etiquettes, the things. Okay, somebody needs to know proper etiquettes on where they're going. As I say that, E is significant. Somebody's name could start with E. Aaron, Erica, Eric. Definitely an Eric in the energy. Erickson as a last name. I'm also hearing Davidson. Somebody could be called to ministry in a certain way, okay? You could be a therapist within a ministry, okay? Or your ministry is therapy, helping people heal in whatever way your gifts the Most High deems fit, okay? What I'm getting is you have a special set of skills, collective. All of us do, and we're meant to use our special set of skills to aid the collective advantage in any way they or the Most High deem fit. Okay, so yeah, get on it is what I'm hearing. Something is easy though, so this comes easy to you. And then I got ecstasy. So, okay, what I'm getting is other people have to do, illicit things, right? Substances to achieve this energy, to achieve this enlightened, this heightened level of enlightenment. People have to do strange things to achieve. I wouldn't say strange things, but mushrooms and the things when you make it look easy, okay? What I also got was no way home. So whoever's in this energy, okay, are having trouble finding themselves, period. Okay, they're having trouble coming back to themselves or knowing who they are, okay? Homes are definitely significant. Somebody's coming home soon. Okay, but yeah, someone in this energy definitely is having trouble finding their way. Spider Man could be significant. You or a loved one could like Spider Man. Um, you can have a child that likes Spider Man. Spider Man is always in someone's energy. He's always in mine. So, okay, but Spider Man just gives me spider webs. And, spiders are all about creativity. And the thing about spiders is my son was asking me, like, what makes spiders so, like, talked about or dangerous? Like, they're kind of, like, useless. They do nothing. I was like, spiders are the most interesting of the insects. If you ask me, they do their own thing. They mind their business. They spin their web, which is what they're intended to do, and everything just comes to them, collective. So that's what you're being guided to do. Spin your creative web, use your special set of skills, okay, to attract all the abundance, the opulence, the luxury, the wealth. The assistant named Jonathan, I'm seeing cell phones being significant, okay, to you, okay? They just do what they're called to do, honey, and their food is brought to them. I'm sure that's their entertainment as well as us running and screaming from them, okay? Somebody's scared of you, collective. You and your gifts scare people. You're too tapped in, okay? Talk about tap in. I'm hearing tap, tap, tap in. You triple tapped in, okay? And I'm hearing they don't like it. They don't like it at all because number one, people are taught to fear what they don't understand. And if they can't get it, they couldn't possibly get it. Collective, like, you feel me? Okay. Alrighty, moving right along. So someone's spidey senses are tingling. Someone's ears could be itching, ringing. You're picking up on something, okay? Or they're trying to pick up on what you're picking up on, is what I'm getting. But there's no chance, okay? I'm seeing in your dreams, okay? So you could be seeing something in your dreams. Look down below. I have a dream catcher journal. Some of us have prophetic dreams. Some of us have dreams that are taking you places quite literally. You could be an astral traveler in the dream state, astral projector in whatever state, that happens for you. Okay, but you definitely want to document your dreams on the ascension journey because you get little gems and nuggets everywhere, collective. When that third eye is open, honey, it doesn't stop when you go to sleep. It continues on. So your dreams are significant. I'm hearing they're seeing you in their dreams, whoever this resonates for. Okay, but them trying to get on your level in their dreams, okay? Someone is claiming something is not their fault. So they had a hand in something. Okay, I see you rolling your eyes. I have the literal rolling eye emoji. This is why, sometimes I channel three emojis. What can I say? The spirit is just flexible like that. Okay. But I'm seeing 6542. Okay, any of those numbers could be significant days, times, months. You're rolling your eyes. People saying it's not your fault. It's not their fault. Okay. It's not my fault. Okay. Also, what I'm getting from that statement is you're tired of people judging you or coming at you because you are gifted. It's not your fault, collective. How are you mad at me that I'm bodacious, bold, beautiful, loving, empathetic, gifted, spiritual? Okay. Somebody got a bust down. I'm hearing a bust down. Okay, or they want to bust you down. They want to humble you because you have all the things going for yourself and they can't relate. So, of course, they're going to hate. Okay, but someone's had their last chance with you. I got 666 and not in a good way. Okay, so someone's trying to be the police in your energy, police your energy, try to, I'm hearing captivate. They're captivated your gift. They're captivated by your gifts. So they're trying to keep you in captivity, okay? Because they can't get this, they can't let this get out, collective, that you're all the things, okay? Then you'll definitely be on your way up without them. And that's this one person or this conglomerate of people's energy. Okay, that's their concern. You are going to be so tapped in, you're going to tap right out of their life. Okay, Control Alt Delete. Goodbye. Goodbye and good night, as I always say. I say that all the time. But it's not your fault, collective. And these people claiming that it's not their fault, they know exactly what they did, collective, because now they know they already had their last chance with you. That's how I know they know what they did. And because of this rolling eye emoji. So you quite tired of hearing it. We all tired of hearing the BS. Go do your work, okay? That's what they need to do. Tell them to watch a couple Eon Levan Zan episodes of Virgo Could Be Significant, as always, because why not? Tell them to go heal that, honey. Okay? Do the work, tap in, heal. Find some homework to do. Send them a link to my journal. How about that? So they can do the hard work. Okay? I had to do that myself. Okay? Or maybe I should start doing that more. Let's not be petty. Okay? Let's stay at our highest vibrations. Okay? The angel number 666 could be significant for you, but what I'm getting is this beast in your energy. Excuse me. Quite often, I'm hearing behaving like an animal, unhinged, uncaged, unconcerned with how their actions affect others, and now they want to act like something's not their fault. But they had this chance with you, collective. It's a wrap. Okay, Reynolds. Let them know that. Okay, Reynolds rap could be significant. Okay. Okay. Somebody's name could be Ashley. 123 came through and then 321. So that let me know when I was channeling this, honey, what goes up must come down. Okay. The number 59 is significant, or someone is 59 years old. I hope someone wasn't. I'm here. I was almost saying married at 59. I hope someone wasn't born in 59 behaving like this barbaric, uncaged, unhinged animal. Yeah, I'm seeing a circus. Yeah, the greatest show on earth is significant. Okay. Change is inevitable though, okay? Something about a Barbie is significant. I'm getting they see you as a Barbie, okay? A couple things come with that, okay? I'm hearing imitation, not real. So they don't see you as real. They think you're playing pretend or you're too pretty to have all these things going on. Like there's no way you're pretty and smart and nice and gifted and prophetic and a seer and you know, with all the gifts and the things and the senses and the things, right? There's no way. Collective, there's no way. You're supposed to be a Barbie that they play with and put on the shelf. So I could be talking to my divine feminines. You could be a Ken, okay? We don't segregate over here. We don't, I'm here emasculate, okay? Ew. Fellas, mm, let me just be clear. There's nothing I hate more when women get in the energy of emasculating, okay? That's what kind of was going on in Barbie Land. Not that they were intentionally emasculated, but it was Barbie's world and there was no consideration really for how the males thought. Oftentimes, as women, we get in the energy of men are so hard and tough, they don't have feelings. Like, y'all don't act like y'all have feelings. You hide your emotions so much. So sometimes what you may not understand is you do yourself a disservice because now people treat you like you don't have emotions. And then you're wondering why, people can't feel your emotions, can't relate, are not able to be empathetic with you, gentlemen. Y'all know I love men. If I had to choose between a bear and a man, I'm picking a man because what am I do with a bear? But get eight. I might get eight either way. I'm just saying, okay, collective focus. Gentlemen, divine masculines, okay? You have to understand that acting like you're heartless and cold doesn't get you anywhere. Get the hard work journal, tap into those emotions, okay? If you are with a woman or surrounded by women who constantly emasculate you, one, get the heck away from them, okay? Number two, understand what about your energy makes them feel like you are not standing within your divine authority as a man. Okay, tap into that energy. Us women like when a man is not in control, but in his divine authority. Understand who he is, understands his role in leadership, not dominion, not complete and total domination, leadership. Okay. So stand firm, collective, in your energy. Divine feminines, you can need to step into your more of your masculine energy, assert yourself more, take up space, let them know the real Barbie is here. Someone's name could be Nikki, Nicole. We are not talking about Anika in here, okay? Because I don't do mean girl energy. Pink could be significant. Anywho, anywho, moving right along. Someone's name could be Taylor. I'm hearing Taylor Gang. So, with that being said, collective, tap into your energy, tap into the ascension more, okay? So, if you're on your path and on your journey, which I'm convinced you are if you are here, you are definitely in the process of ascension, okay? Forget what the naysayers are saying. Don't worry about what people are doing in their lane. Focus on your finish line, the destination of your destiny, collective. I will always, always, always say, there's a reason why your calling wasn't a group call, okay? So tell them to leave God a voicemail if they got an opinion about it, okay? Because it ain't your fault. You're so blessed, okay? Favor just ain't fair. And perhaps we'll title the message just that. We'll see, okay? Y'all know I be got it to do other things. But with that being said, collective, I want to thank you again for tapping in and tuning in. If you feel so inclined, you better like, share, and subscribe to my chat line. Anywho, go in love and light, seek purpose, not just paychecks, and always, always, always do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And until next time, collective, peace, y'all.